Okay, okay. Hey, hey guys. So today I want to talk about how to monetize your expertise. Now, we've talked about this before and during this challenge. So today's like day 17 of our 30-day challenge. And I know we've talked about this before. I'm bringing it back because I've had two conversations, one last night and one this morning, actually three at this point. I was interviewed today by Beth from LinkedIn. She does a LinkedIn newsletter, and the newsletter will come out, and I'll let you guys know when the newsletter comes out. Oh, you'll see it. But so the question I've been asked, Beth asks, how are nurses monetizing their expertise? And I feel like I probably, you think after the fact, and I'm like wondering if I really gave that question, that answer justice, right? And and then thought back to my conversations that I had the exact same conversation last night and this morning with two phenomenal women, and they're non-nurses, and they actually asked this, we're talking about the same thing about how to monetize your expertise. And one of I'm going to put nursing aside for a second because I'm going to go through that. And I know I've talked about this before, but one of the phenomenal women, she described herself as a connector. And this is how she described herself. So when you think of a connector is someone that, has a huge network and can connect you with a lot of people, right? They can connect you with, so for example, she connected me with a videographer, right, this morning for the expo, for the Health and Wealth Expo. But the connector is someone who just does that, connects you with people. So when you think about people who are good at connecting people, they too, that's a skill, right? That's something you can monetize, and you can launch a paid networking community, right? Or a membership. I know an attorney, I'm not sure if she practices as an attorney at this point, but she actually has a huge network of attorneys who are, she has an all black attorney network where she networks and she connects you. So if you need a malpractice attorney, she can connect you. She's the connector. If you need someone for real estate, she can connect you. So she has a community, a paid community, where she is the connector and she connects all black attorneys with potential cases or potential clients, right? So how she gets paid is they pay her subscription to be a part of that community because she has such a large network, and she's able to connect them with cases and clients, and they in turn make money. So I say that to say that's how a connector, that's just one way. Another way is a connector can host sponsored events or mixers, right? If you're someone who's a connector, you can leverage your network and host in-person or virtual networking events. And again, you can charge attendees or have a paid sponsorship. But this is how you monetize your expertise as a connector. Then the other young lady, well, not young lady, the phenomenal woman that I was speaking to, she is more of a human resource professional. And when we talk about human resources, and I think I've said this before as well, you also can monetize your expertise, and you can start a consulting business for small businesses, right? Help startup businesses and like small business owners, I should say, build a compliance, right? Like for they can you can help them build their compliance system so that they can have a human resource system that's strategic and that they're in compliance. You can create courses and toolkits for topics like for onboarding topics or DEI best practices, even though that's not a thing, it's supposed to be a thing anymore, but we know it really is. I guess that we're going to be calling it something else. However, these are the things that a human resource consultant can do. You can offer career coaching services, because look at a lot of the people who are coming out of or being terminated from their jobs. Some of these people have been working for like 10 or more years. They're going to need career coaching, right? They probably haven't interviewed or created a resume for I don't know how long. a human resource consultant can, this can be your business. You can offer these services, or you can become a corporate trainer as a human resource consultant. You can become a corporate trainer. So there's so many ways that you can monetize your expertise, and these are the type of things that we're going to be talking about at the Health and Wealth Expo. One of the sessions and that's actually the session that I'm going to be speaking at. But if someone else wants to do it, that's fine. But that's actually the session that I'm going to be holding. The how to monetize your expertise, because I think people don't often realize the skill that they have. And when you're in an environment where you're emotionally exhausted, you're checked out, or you're losing that compassion fatigue, or if you've just been caught up in the government layoffs, or you have a skill. You've been doing something for 5 or more years. You have a skill that more than likely you can monetize, and we can definitely find a way for you to monetize it. And when it comes to nurses, I mean, nurses is just, the sky's the limit with you when it comes to how you can monetize your expertise. And I know I've talked about a lot of these. Again, starting a coaching or consulting business, right? Nurse leaders or specialists, they can coach new nurses. You can coach nurse leaders. You can help nurses pass certification exams, right? And some niche examples include IV hydration. I always go there. Coaching, nurse wellness coach, career transition mentors. You have nurses going from nursing, from being a nurse to a nurse leader. You have nurses going from being a nurse leader to being a nurse entrepreneur. And those are a lot of the topics that I touch on in my mentorship, that transition piece. Because a lot of it is mindset. So we do a lot of mindset coaching along with the transition piece. But you can create digital products or course, teach a course that teaches essential nursing skills, right? How documentation advocacy. Check out Maggie Ortiz. She does a great job with documentation of what you should be documenting. Advocates for Nurses, right? So Maggie, if you're watching, Advocates for Nursing, you could do patient advocacy, leadership skills you can do these things as courses, or start a concierge business, right? You can start a mobile health business. There's so many things that you could do. And again, we're going to be talking about this at the Health and Wealth Expo. If you have not registered, please head over to healthandwealthexpolive.com. Make sure you register. It is May 15th and 16th. We are right now, for my email and Facebook community, we are offering a one-day pass. So I'll make sure the link is in the community. We'll be offering a one-day pass for that expires April 10th, tomorrow. So you guys should run and not walk. And it is to offer flexibility. So yeah, but there's so many ways that you can monetize your expertise. And like I said, we'll be talking about this at the expo. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 18. And I hope to see you at the expo. We have a great lineup. We are updating the website with the additional speakers that have been added. So I'm super excited to welcome the speakers to the lineup. So make sure you guys check out check out the speaker lineup, I should say, on the website. Visit healthandwealthexpolive.com and check out the speaker website. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully see you at the expo on May 15th and 16th. Okay, bye guys.